I'm standing here in front of San Antonio's Alazán-Apache Courts, an affordable housing development built in the 1940s that was nearly demolished. Thanks to efforts by local groups, including the Conservation Society of San Antonio, the West Side Preservation Alliance, and the Esperanza Center, along with national organizations like the National Trust for Historic Preservation, which put this development on its list of 11 most endangered places, we will see a rehabilitation of these housing units.
Plans are underway to give the Alazán-Apache Courts a facelift, preserving most of the existing 500 or so units and adding some new ones. These plans were developed through a federal review and consultation process managed by the Advisory Council on Historic Preservation and called Section 106. It requires federal agencies like the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to make sure they consider their impact on historic places. In this case, that process is poised to result in community preservation that keeps people in their homes in addition to building preservation.
This is a great example of how affordable housing and historic preservation can go hand in hand. So thanks to all of those preservationists who worked on this site, and I really look forward to seeing the rehabilitation and its final results.
The turnaround of this project reminds us that people need to be at the center of our policies and practices, and that historic preservation can and must promote equitable outcomes. As the Federal Historic Preservation Agency, the Advisory Council is embracing that approach. Our agency has a policy covering affordable housing, but it dates back to 2007. In spring 2023, I called for it to be reopened and revised to encourage a more explicit federal commitment to ensuring preservation policy and practice enables the creation of housing and puts equity at the forefront. I encourage you to hold us accountable to that commitment. Thanks for joining me for another Preservation Short.